All right, looks like we're live. We're a couple minutes late, which is good considering that YouTube flagged our account already that we started like 15 minutes ago, and they removed the video before we did anything. Instead, it violated the community guidelines, which is funny because there was no content. However, we're started up. We're on the wrong channel, but we're running. This is the Swwuuh show with Sal and Cam. Story behind that word is something we'll probably never get to because it's a stupid story. But we needed a name, and it's something that we find funny, so we don't care if the audience finds it funny. Okay, sorry, I just made a noise with my thing. So we are going to start a
Shut up, Cam. All right, look, let's address the
now you don't want me to talk. Oh, just introduce it. I'll just text
just
the whole time.
Introduce it. All right, Cam. All
right, it's
so
introduced.
What the fuck is B movie? Because this keeps popping up.
B movie?
B movie. It's popping up in the chat right now. We got B movie. Someone said this is gay, but what's B movie? You ever see B movie? You're young, right? How old are you, Cam?
I didn't see it entirely. It was one of those movies that I didn't want to see when it came out because I was like not really into that kind of stuff at the time, but they showed it in class, like in junior high or whatever. But no, there's some kind of weird like inside joke about that I don't get. I know I don't know if you know Ariana Rollins, but there's something on Facebook that her friends or whatever will just say like make B movie references or memes, and she'll like freak out about it. It's like there's something funny about B movie. I don't know. It might be something sexual or maybe a Nazi joke. I have no. It could be anything.
B movie, a Nazi joke. Well, it seems that living in this America right now, everything is a Nazi.
It would be ironic because it didn't Seinfeld, wasn't he the main guy? Yeah, it was Jerry Seinfeld. He did the voice for the B.
I mean, look, you can be. I'm Colombian and I'm a white supremacist these days, so in everyone's eyes.
Anybody can be a white supremacist. They're very inclusive people.
Cam, so tell me, what did you do this week?
What did I do this week? I did a lot. I was in Buffalo for a couple days. It was very snowy up there, just as cold. I'm not from the Northeast, so it's a big deal. Freezing my balls off out here, but that was cool. Came back and we had a little fun at a buddy's restaurant that we might want to tell the story about.
Oh man! Oh, so there's a Proud Boy. There's actually it's a lot of Proud Boys on Long Island. Long Island's got a pretty sick chapter. But if you guys don't know him on Facebook, he's Yoshi, but his name is Tat, and I believe that's short for tattoo. I don't really know. But we had a nice little flag burning at his restaurant, and we got an Antifa flag, and we did a how to make s'mores instructional video. They were instantly cancerous though.
Absolutely, I did try a little bit of one. It tasted like cancer, and it probably gave me cancer, but I didn't eat the whole thing. So
I was on acid still. I was still coming down from acid, so I had the taste of Antifa cancer.
How did that happen? Was that on purpose? Did someone drop that in your drink?
Oh no, the acid was deliberate. I did have to make up a story though, because I had this really conservative chick in my bed when I went to go take the acid. I wasn't thinking ahead of time. I just heard, oh, acid, let's do this.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that. I was a bit late to the meetup. But then like midway throughout the night, so I was like, dude, I'm rolling. Wait, no, it's not rolling, it's tripping. I don't know. I don't do drugs.
Yeah, you're not fun.
I know. No, I'm fun.
Cam, what drugs have you tried? What's the list of drugs you've tried?
This is being publicly broadcasted, so I'm gonna go with alcohol. And like one time at a party in high school, I bumped into some weed smoke. How's that?
That's pretty gay. That's gay.
I didn't say it was the truth. I said we're live streaming this.
Yeah, I don't know.
How about I don't know. I did try a lot of Adderall in college, which goes with the territory.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Adderall. I do like Coke though.
It's the same thing pretty much. Well, no, Ritalin is very similar to Coke.
Ritalin, I've snorted Ritalin, and I was shocked at how much that was like Coke.
Well, I had to do that kind of stuff in college. Well, I didn't have to, but it definitely made things easier. I don't recommend it. Or at least for me, I would be in the shittiest mood the day after. It was my roommate would know not to talk to me because I was Satan the day after. I was miserable. You know?
It's come down. Actually, when I was your age, when I was doing Coke, I would be the moodiest fucking bitch the next day. Looking back at it, I was like, wow, how did anyone deal with me when I didn't have Coke in my system when I was 21?
So someone in the chat, if you could tell us, we are doing this on the wrong YouTube channel, and we're doing it on my personal one, which has a picture of me instead of the cool little avatar we picked for ours, which is Sal's hat burning in the street. So if you could like tell us if all that has been updated or if you're still looking at me, which is a little I feel awkward about. We'd love to hear your comments. And seriously, any questions? We have a couple things we want to talk about tonight, but it's not a whole lot. To kind of give this a little more flavor, we'd definitely love to have some questions from you guys or comments, or if you want to call us fags or whatever. Oh, Sal's hat. Oh, it is Sal's hat.
We got Sal's hat.
Yes.
So guys, I'm thinking I'm gonna go to Trump Tower tomorrow, and I'm gonna go buy a new hat. And I'm going to put epoxy on it, right? I'm going to coat it in epoxy and go to the last day of the bull girl and put it on her head.
That is vandalism.
It is vandalism.
Now, well, I guess that's why we need feminism. What's my... Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, so actually I'm going to be in Manhattan tomorrow.
You're gonna be in Manhattan tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah, we have to. I'm going to City College. We're gonna talk with those guys. We have a brand new conservative chapter starting on a college campus, which is fantastic to hear in New York City. They want to have a little event. I'm not sure what to call it. Something about the meme culture and how that's affected our politics and how it's made 2016 and 2017 the funnest 2 years of all time. I think we're living in a golden age. Not only did we elect a president with memes, and not only is he the memeiest president ever, it's incredible. You know, we have Shia LaBeouf with the whole wall thing, right? And the guy can't hide anywhere. I mean, I don't know if is it true that after they did the whole weaponized autism thing and shut it down, that he's now pacing around with a baseball bat around wherever it is in Tennessee? I heard that.
Is the stream still going up?
So here's basically what happened to kind of recap. They had the one in Astoria. That was I went there a couple of times. That was the best, some of the funnest times in my life, I have to say.
Man, I had a great. I slept out there.
Yeah, I didn't. It was too cold. I couldn't handle it. But I met some awesome people. We ended up meeting up with some of them after the other day at the bar crawl. They're great people. That eventually got shut down because it was what do they call it? A flashpoint of violence.
Is that what
yeah. And it's funny because all the violence came from Shia LaBeouf and that kid Stolen Valor, who I actually talked to, and he wasn't that bad when he talked to me. I'm just a reasonable guy. But that got shut down because it's a flashpoint of violence. They moved to Albuquerque, and it got shut down there because there was an actual shooting. Once that happened, Shia was like, "Oh, I got an idea. I'm going to put a camera in the middle of nowhere. I think in New Mexico somewhere."
Was it New Mexico? I'm really sure.
It's in Tennessee now. It might have either was in Tennessee and now it's still in Tennessee, or it was in Albuquerque now it's back in Tennessee. So it was in whatever in the middle of nowhere. He was like, "Oh, cool. I'm just gonna have a flag or a banner, or whatever it is, with "He will not divide us," and no one's ever gonna find it." No.
Weaponized autism.
You happen to have the most powerful sources of weaponized autism on the internet, with a personal goal to make your life miserable hell.
Never get on 4chan's bad side.
No. So do you remember what they did?
Yeah. So they were being autistic, and they started tracking the flight patterns that they were seeing.
I heard flight patterns and I heard star patterns. It might have been both.
It could have been both. Then when they figured out an idea for the location, they had people driving around the area honking horns to see if they were getting closer or further away.
Yeah, and they found it. They replaced it with, I believe, a MAGA hat and
Pepe shirt.
A Pepe shirt, right? And now, apparently, you haven't heard this, Sal. Apparently, the rumor is that there was a drone that flew over wherever it is now in Tennessee. And this could be total bullshit. Sounds like it, but whatever. You never know. Amazing things have happened this year, right? A drone is now flying over, and apparently you can see, Shia LaBeouf pacing around wherever his camera is in the middle of the woods with a baseball bat, waiting for 4chan autist trolls to come.
Well, do you remember what he did about a year or two ago?
With a bag over his face thing.
No, he was doing he was going to be streaming all of his movies in Brooklyn, I think it was, viewing all of his movies in Brooklyn, and you can come watch his movies with him. His reactions over the internet, it
doesn't sound that bad, actually.
That's what he was doing that in Brooklyn.
He's made some decent movies. Holes was fantastic.
I've never seen a Shia LaBeouf movie.
You've never seen Holes?
No.
Dude, this guy has never seen. What was the movie we were talking about earlier that you haven't seen?
I haven't seen a lot of movies.
You haven't seen? Oh shit! What was it?
Dude, we'll be here all day if we list the movies I haven't seen. I will tell you the movies I have seen, and that's Cobra and Top Gun. All right.
Yeah. He's never. Well, you've never seen The Sopranos, which I believe is a rite of passage.
Fuck you, rite of passage.
It's fine. I'm not judging. I'm just saying I feel bad for you. But yeah, you haven't seen Sopranos. You've seen Cobra. I've never seen Cobra. I saw the first couple minutes of it the other night, but I eventually crashed, and then you like had like a asthma attack or something. I don't know what happened, but
yeah, it was blackout drunk. That was a Mike Cernovich night. That was the Cernovich night where I got into 2 fights being drunk. Two fights.
Well, one of them wasn't your fault. I don't think that was pretty unprovoked. The one with the outside the bar. With
outside the bar. That one was unprovoked. He definitely just gave me. The other guy, I just didn't like the way he was talking to me.
I agree. I was sitting next to him, and this is a good story actually. We were sitting there, and a buddy of ours sitting across the table from us. We won't name him because he is friends with the guy that got hit. And this kid, he's just sitting there, and Sal comes up, and Sal's been drinking. You know Sal, right? Sal's been drinking. Sal comes up, he goes to shake his hand, and he says something about being obnoxious or whatever. And the kid's like, "Yeah, tell me about it." Said something stupid like, he had some pent up emotions about Sal. Let me put it that way. And Sal's like, he holds on to his hand. He doesn't let go, and he says, "What would you say? What did you say to him originally?"
Told him that if he moved, told him not to move his lips in front of me again.
And what did he do?
He moved his lips.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, you gave him one more chance.
I think I gave him 2 chances.
2 chances. And what did he do again?
He moved his lips.
He moved his lips. Now, in fairness, you were quite a man of your word, but it was for a good cause.
Correct.
You said, if you move your lips again, I'll knock you out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he moved his lips, and you just knocked him out of his chair.
Out of his chair, right. I didn't go and start swinging at him.
But trust me, all the way out of his chair. It was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not a fan of violence. I think you can get.
I think violence is underrated. I think you need more violence. I don't think there's more violence.
I think, as far as like, dealing with problems between men, sometimes a little bit of old-fashioned sort of quality control of attitudes is useful. Right, and that's what we do.
Yeah, we grew up in the sticks, though. I mean, I grew up in New York.
It's the same way in the sticks. We just have more guns.
Cam.
Yeah.
Cam. How long have you been living in New York for?
3 months. 2 months.
3 months. Dude, it's a little different out here. All right.
Hit me. Explain.
No, it's just that we don't have guns, so people don't know how to act respectful. Okay, because when you have guns around, people are going to be respectful.
Yeah,
it's a whole weird thing. So out here, everyone's just kind of like, okay, I can run my mouth. What's he gonna do? Punch me? All right. So you kind of got to start punching people.
Mm-hmm.
You got to start hitting people. You got to start beating respect back into people.
Yeah, I think that's a good sort of difference that we run into. I mean, there's some parties in the more I'm from a sort of suburban area in the South, close to the city, so it's a little different. But there were some parties on the other side of town that were a little more country, a little more. People would pull up in 4-wheelers and horses and shit, and I wouldn't go to those because they would kill you. Those are the type of things that you look at a guy stupid and you'll definitely die.
Yeah.
And there's a lack of that
back here. I want to bring that back here. I want to bring it to you. You look at me stupid, and you're going to have to answer for what I look at me
here's
stupid.
My thing, right? So we go out a lot. The Proud Boys, or whatever, our group of friends, all that. We go out a lot, and what I find is that sometimes a guy will be a little drunk and he'll maybe start something or bump into somebody or something like that, and there's a little bit of fault on our end. But the majority of the time, we'll go to a bar and somebody will just randomly start shit, right? They'll be, and I can always tell when it's coming because I'm quiet. I listen to people, And there was this group of people the other day. They were like, "Are they in a gang?" Because we're all wearing MAGA hats, right? Are they in a gang? They're all wearing the same hat.
We should start a gang. Oh wait, you already do.
We kind of. I mean, I've been accused of that before, right? Gang, cult, maybe fraternity. That would be fair.
We are. Fraternity.
I always say that, like, no, it's gang, it's cult. But anyway, they always say that, and then they always manage to start a problem. Last time you weren't there, you'd gone home at this point.
Yeah, I had already left home.
You had gone home, and there was a bit of an altercation. I believe that was on the Upper West Side. I'm not sure.
No, we weren't in the Upper West Side. When I left you guys, right? I left you guys in Midtown.
In Midtown, right. See, I'm not good with the geography of the area.
You guys were Midtown.
So we were in whatever bar that is with the outside of it's like a baby blue, like a periwinkle blue. That's what I remember. Anyway, we were there. There's a bit of a problem. I don't want to go into the details of it. But after this, the bouncer or the whatever you want to call him came up and said, "Hey, you got to take your hats off." And I was like, no, like we're not. What? And they said, "Well, look, we're going to be fair. We're going to tell everybody to take their hats off. but you cannot wear your hat. It's going to cause problems. That or get out, right? So we were like, fuck this. We just left, right? And went across the street, and then Paul ended up slapping a British guy and getting punched in the face.
Paul is the king of going back and starting problems. I believe
Yeah.
he still has a summons he has to appear to. We're out. He will not.
But can we explain that problem though? Because you weren't there, and this is just
no, you know
a
what
classic
I was doing?
thing that we run
I was
into.
fucking balls deep in a girl by that time.
Yeah, and I was out trying to keep Paul from dying or killing someone. But let me tell you what happened with that. It's a classic thing, and like on the legal end, yeah, we probably could have avoided a problem, but it's just the kind of bullshit that we deal with as Trump supporters, especially as Proud Boys, if you are one, on a daily basis in New York, right? So go to this bar. This is after we were asked to leave the other one because we didn't want to take our hats off. I get there, and first problem we run into, I asked the bartender, I'm like, hey, can you charge my phone, right? Because they do that for you. I got a charger, I can charge my phone. And he goes, we all had a table, and I had ordered a water, a couple people ordered some beers, and he said, well, maybe if you guys will actually order some drinks and tip. I was like, what the dude, we just got here like a minute ago, dude. Like, how do you know we're at a bar? You think we're not gonna buy anything? And he's like, I just don't want to do it and not get tipped, right? Because you guys just came here, you took up a table.
And
I was like, fuck you, dude.
Remember, I was a bartender for a really long time, and you work in Midtown, you're dealing with a lot of tourists. So in his defense,
we weren't tourists. Like, I'm a tourist. No one else is a tourist. Anyway, so that happened. I'm already pissed. The other bartender gives me a free beer because I'm like, I'm about to, punch this bartender in the face and burn the bar down, right? So that happens, and then I'm just sitting there, and Paul, we get kicked out of this place too because Paul says, oh, I slapped somebody in the face. So what happened? He's like, all right, I went to the jukebox, and some fucking British dude behind me, it's always a British dude, goes, oh, here's another stupid American who voted for the man who's going to destroy this country, right? So he's saying that you voted for the guy who's going to destroy the country, some idiot, because he's wearing a MAGA hat. Now, let's break down the social, kind of the sociology of that kind of an exchange, okay? A guy who you have never seen in your entire life, never spoken to, you have no idea what his voice sounds like, you don't know what his sexual preferences are, you don't know what his favorite color is, you know nothing about him.
I know all this stuff about Paul.
I do too, right? But this guy doesn't. He's from another country, okay? You see that he's wearing a certain hat. So you start making a list of assumptions. Now, it's okay to make assumptions about people. It's what we do. It's called profiling. However, when you put those into action, okay, and you start out negative. How about you just start a conversation with the guy, right? So obviously, Paul is like, what the fuck is your problem, dude? And they go back and forth a little bit. Paul open hand slaps him. We get kicked out. We go across the street. All of a sudden, Paul disappears, right? And he comes back 5 minutes later with broken glasses. And I was like, Paul, what happened to your glasses? I got punched in the face. I went back and told the British dude to fuck off, and he punched me in the face. So that's what happened to Paul. Yeah.
It's not a good Paul story. It's not a good Paul story.
Well, he got a good hit in. I don't know what happened after he got punched. But no, I'm just saying, like, that's the kind of shit we have to deal with everywhere we go.
I know tons of shit. Like we're like in New York, you're basically undateable to a lot of these women. Which is
my god,
yeah. Thank God I'm in New York because I can easily get laid in this city. If you live in the Midwest, I feel bad, But New York, it's constant. You can constantly do it. You've been up here 3 months, right?
Something like that, yeah.
How many one-night stands do you have in New York so far?
None. No, dude. Okay. No, let me explain something, Sal.
What?
First off, can I explain?
All right.
Well, first off, I'm not that good of a woman. Second off, but I'm no Jack. First off, yeah. Well, for one, I work constantly. You've seen that.
I mean, so do I.
Okay, we're in different lines. Also. So I can that same night. There's another example of some bullshit we have to deal with, and you are also in here balls deep in someone, right? When this happened,
right?
So I'm sitting.
Balls deep in it.
I'm sitting at the bar, and I'm totally minding my business, 100%. Like, I never start shit with anyone. If you see me in person, you'll know why, right? I'm a fucking child, okay? So I'm sitting at the bar. I'm sitting at the end of the bar. I have the MAGA hat on the bar, not even on my head. I'm just trying to enjoy a beer. These two nines come up, right? And I say 9 because yes, I do judge your appearance first, and then we talk, right? So there's the appearance number, and then there's your total cunt number, and we'll get to that in a second. So I do care about personality. So I'm sitting at the bar, and these 2 9s come up. One has short blonde hair, which I'm not really into, but it's fine, whatever. The other one has long blonde hair, and they were absolutely amazing. So I'm sitting there, and one of them with an accent starts talking to me. She's like, "Hey, what is that hat?" And I'm like, "Oh, where are you from?" And she's, I'm Swedish. I'm like, "Oh, cool, right?"
Cool. You're used to getting raped. Got it.
Yeah. So, but I'm just hoping she'll rape me, right? So I'm talking, and she's like asking me about the MAGA hat, and you can tell she doesn't like the guy, right? Because anybody who's foreign gets the watered down version of our news, and they just know, oh, he's a bad guy, right? So she's talking to me, and I kind of was able to kind of talk her down a little bit. We're chatting, I got her name, it's all good, you know. And then her friend comes up, says nothing to me, turns my MAGA hat over, grabs my MAGA hat, which is on the bar, turns it over, and I'm like, okay, and I turn it back over. Then she turns it back over again, and I was like, can I ask you, why are you turning the hat over? What's up with that? And she goes, it's provoking. So okay, let's move on to the next question. Why is it provoking? And she goes, are you fucking 17 years old? And I'm like,
You know what Cam looks like.
I'm like, that's not the first time I got that, but no. Why do you ask? And she said, like, do you not watch the news? Like, what kind of a stupid question is that? Why is that provoking? I said, you know, in fairness, I should have worded that question a little better. Let me reword it for you. Why is it provoking to the point where you have to touch my property? And in fairness, it's Sal's property. But if it's Sal's property, it's my property. So she's like, you know, she's like, I just don't want a Trump supporter, talking to my friend who I haven't seen in a very long time, wasting her time, right? You know, bothering my friend. I'm like, well, I don't know if you've been paying attention. I was sitting here, she started talking to me because apparently my MAGA hat is so interesting that she wants to talk about it and you want to turn it over. So she's like, okay, well, she's going to not talk to you anymore. I got cock blocked. She actually literally turned her friend around so she could not talk to me. So I feel bad for the friend. She could have had a fairly good night on Sal's couch.
On Sal's couch. Well, it would have been a very interesting night with
tall Swedish with a 5'2" midget basically on Sal's couch.
And with the other chick like walking out of my bedroom like naked running to the bathroom. Are your roommates home? No, go ahead. Sorry, no,
Have faith, Sal. Have faith, Sal.
Faith.
We'll get a Swedish girl here one day.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
But you brought up an interesting point. People touching your property. The non-aggression principle. You know,
the non-aggression principle.
The non-aggression principle. Now, if anyone who is listening to this has followed my live streams on PTD and Proud Boys and my personal page, they will know that I am a firm believer in the non-aggression principle. I was during the Women's March, a person came and grabbed Jovi's hat, and I grabbed the guy. I got a few punches in on him, and then we were confronted by a large crowd, and people were yelling at me, "What? You punched him because he grabbed your hat?"
Yes.
And I said, "Yeah." Yes. Like, why is that such a foreign concept? You stole my hat and ran with it. Why am I not going to punch you in the face?
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable, I think.
That's super reasonable. I'm sorry, what part of that doesn't sound like something you should do?
Yeah, it makes pretty good sense to me. I wasn't there, but I saw the live stream. Shame!
Did I have a shame chant? Because
no, they were saying time to go, time to go. No, it's not. Fuck you. Like, no, do this on private property, and I'll fucking leave when you tell me to, if it's yours.
It was great. My favorite moment of that day was some guy got in my face, and there was some other, like, they're really tough in groups, but one-on-one, they're faggots.
Yeah.
So I get one person who's in my face, and one guy who's a little taller than me, but he's super thin. He's in my face because there's a bunch of other people backing him the fuck up in his mind. Mm-hmm. And I shove him, and he knocks into this one SJW chick, right? This fat, round thing that probably wouldn't be offended if you called her a chick, and with blue hair, and she hits the ground and just rolls. Like, literally roll. I've never seen anything like that before. It was the most dramatic thing. And then gets up and starts freaking out. And it happened a lot. I punched a bunch of people. I shoved a lot of people, and nobody did anything. You know, and you think that you're rolling with a large group of people, that you're gonna feel a lot more tough. I mean, I remember the NYU night where I only had maybe about 12 dudes with me, and I felt like
Oh
I could
yeah,
take
no,
on.
that's a natural thing, man. I mean,
No,
like,
no, but I shouldn't have felt tough. I only had like 12 dudes with me against like 200 people, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll fight you guys. I feel tough. I had a group behind me, but how does a fucking group of 200 people, right? One guy gets shoved, and you got all these people behind you, and you're not doing anything.
I just need Friar Tuck with me, and I feel like
that dude could kill a fucking building.
That's true.
I don't care what.
I almost had to. We were play fighting last night. They're teaching me how to fight, and it was okay with Sal, right? I'm a little scared for my life, but then it was like Friar Tuck's like, punch me. I'm like, no, I don't want to punch you. No, sir. No, thank you. And I ended up doing it.
Looking to die today.
Yeah, you know, and I remember asking Sal before he came over, because we were gonna have some drinks and all that. I said, is Friar Tuck is he a nice drunk? And so I was like, yeah, dude, he's like really nice. Thank Christ.
He's a paranoid drunk.
He's a paranoid. That's fine. I'd rather a paranoid drunk than a you know, come on, let's play fight. Come on, let's just play fight, right? I would much rather that, you know.
You did learn some lessons though that day.
Learn some lessons, yeah. I learned how much it hurts to get blocked. Actually, it hurts pretty bad. But
so what the fuck? You're in New York. You don't have a single one night stand. We need to make that happen.
I've just been focused more on my work, man, and I know that's what everyone says.
That's the gayest thing I've heard.
It's, you know, whatever.
It's gayer than my lisp.
Dude, it's gayer than my lisp. No, I just haven't, man. And I was much more active last semester, and I learned a lesson with that, right? Because with having a lot of shit going on in that sense, you miss out on some work. I get super distracted.
So, you know, back to the Women's March. I'm walking around, right? And I'm looking at these people that are claiming to be chicks, right? And there's nothing attractive about them.
That's why they're the Women's March.
They are chicks out, and it's like, who the fuck fucks you?
Yeah. No, you know who it is. It's the dudes who go there.
No, but there are ones that, like, no, there are dudes that go there that want to fuck, like, you know, there are some, like, middle of the road ones, right? Like, there are some dudes that go there that want to fuck, like, the 5 or the 6, right? You know, there's your
Sal,
there's your few and far between 7s on the woman's side at these marches, but no, it's just like peppered with like 3s and 4s, and who's fucking you? Is this working for you?
That's not what it's about. They're the what's that men's group that doesn't
MGTOW.
They're like the MGTOW. They basically are MGTOWs.
I'm actually offended at YouTube because they've been suggesting MGTOW videos to me.
Wow, that is offensive. I mean, I don't.
How the fuck does that happen?
See, the Proud Boys are like the like MGTOW is like Proud Boys if we fucked up, you know, like it's the like Proud Boys is the good version of that, right? We are a male organization.
I don't think we're any version of MGTOW.
No, what I'm saying is
that we're dudes. That's the only
we're a male organization that promotes actual masculinity that involves having sex with chicks, right? I mean, not that we don't accept gays. We have gays. You just don't have to follow no wings. It's actually a better deal in a way. I wish I was a gay Proud Boy.
Right, because you could just fuck dudes, and dudes have that commonality where it's just, oh, you're gay, we have that in common, let's have sex.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. I have a lot of gay friends, and they're like really picky, actually. Like they're more shallow than me, and it's like
I met a lot of gay dudes that want to fuck me, and I'm just like,
oh, I get it all the time, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't even want to fuck me.
Dude,
which is why no mics work so well for me.
Like, no, I get it all the time. Like, well, most people think I'm gay, okay, which is fair if you ever see me or hear me. Most people think I am, and gay dudes especially think I am. And what I learned about gay dudes, right? And I love you guys. You're awesome. But
every gay dude is awesome except Lucian.
Lucian's my favorite gay.
I actually hate him.
I love them, but they're very persistent, the gays, right? I remember one time there was this guy that I worked with at a hotel, of course, and he kind of was hitting me up.
Of course, you worked with a guy at a hotel. Of course, he's gay. I'm sorry, just clarify.
The hotel industry is a very gay industry, or at least I've
never heard
New Orleans area.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of stereotypes about gays.
No, my godfather was actually gay, and he was a guy that my dad met working at a hotel in New Orleans. And that's why he told me, he's like, when I started working there, he's like, there's not a bunch of gay dudes, because there wasn't at the time. And he's like, dude, it's all
This
gays.
conversation's making me question your dad's sexuality now.
He was a good guy. He's dead now. He had Parkinson's. Not my dad, the Godfather. Anyway, so no, so I was, this dude was hitting me up, and I'm not gonna I knew where he was going with it. I'm not stupid, but I'm not gonna just totally be a dick at first. I'm like, yeah, bro, what's up, And eventually he's like, so you're gay, right? Like, no, no, that's not what he said. He said we've met before, right? I was like, no.
It's
He
like,
said,
what are you into?
He's like, I think I know you, and I was like, how? And he's like, biblical. So what does that mean, biblical? We went to Bible study together? He's like, no, like in the biblical sense. Apparently that's a euphemism for we've fucked. I didn't know that. The biblical sense. Whatever. That's a thing apparently. And I'm like, no, because I had to Urban Dictionary it, right? I was like, I don't think you think you know me from Bible class or whatever. And he's like, you sure? I'm like, 100%. There's a 0% chance that I have had sex with you. Probably it never happened. And so this dude's like constantly hitting me up, like they want to flip you, because I'm like, dude, I'm straight. They want to flip you, dude. I thought like saying I'm straight, they'll go, oh, it's cool, bro, whatever. No. That doesn't end it. That does not end it. No. He ended up sending me a picture of, he was completely naked, but it was from the back, right? So I got a picture of some man ass, kind of uninvited, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna press charges on you or whatever, but
I don't think you can press. Can you press charges for that?
I think you could technically. At that point, I could have charged him with harassment because I had said, no, I'm not straight. No, I don't want to come over.
No, you're not straight.
No, I don't.
The Freudian slip.
Oh shit!
So Cam just came out of the closet on the first episode. Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. No, I'm not gay. No, I don't want to come watch Cobra with you.
Cobra's not gay.
I don't know what he wanted to watch. It might have been. I think it might have been Cobra actually that he wanted to watch. So I'm not worried about you because you both have a thing for Sly.
I don't have a thing for Sly. I've never seen.
You have a thing for one-star Sly movies.
I've never seen any other movie from Sylvester Stallone except Demolition Man.
You never even seen
any of the Rockies? Nope.
What about Spy Kids?
Oh no, I've never seen Spy Kids. I've also have never seen a Rambo.
Rambo's pretty good.
I've only seen Cobra.
Well,
the only Sly movie I've seen besides Demolition Man.
I've never been a big Sly guy. I'm really not a fan of Rocky. Yeah, I don't like Rocky at all.
I don't know. Some people would say that's un-American, but I've never seen Rocky, so.
Sorry, I know I'm offending a lot of people, especially if we have any Italian New Yorkers watching. You ever saw Eddie Murphy's stand up about Italians after they see a Rocky movie?
No.
Oh, it's fantastic. I wish we could show videos on here and show it. It was awesome. You saw Sly, yeah. Sorry, I have to cough really quick.
I'm still trying to figure out how you ever had a one-night stand living in New York.
I don't know. I never really did a lot of that, man. It was never. You gotta understand. I'm coming out of high school. I went to college. Had a girlfriend through most of that. It was easy. There was no effort I had to put into it. And then now she's a social justice warrior. But I put no effort into it. I come up here. It's really the first time I'm really going out a lot.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, the only thing you need to get laid in New York is a little bit of cocaine in your pocket.
That's what I hear. Well, it's like when Jack asked me for or when whoever, and I get asked for advice. I don't know. I don't understand. I get asked for advice so much on how should I approach this? Like, how should I deal with this girl? I'm trying to get laid, and I'm like, why me? Like, I'm fairly experienced, but it's not like I'm no pickup artist, right? Like, in any sense of the imagination, I'm really not that good with women. I mostly get lucky.
They're so easy. They're like the easiest thing.
I know it's not difficult, but I don't know how to give advice about it, right? Because like somebody's like, oh, how'd you get with
being a fag?
Got it. Yeah, that's what I tell Jack all the time. Like, it's something about your attitude, right? And he's like, what about it? I said, well, you act like a virgin. He's like, well, I'm a virgin. Well, don't act like one, right? Like, I can, you can be white and act like you're Sean King. Right? So do that. Play Sean King. Be a virgin and act like a not virgin.
How many women have you slept with?
Like 4 or 5 probably.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's not that much.
Yeah, but you slept with some quality girls in that 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's all quality. That's my thing. That's another problem is I'm not one of these. Oh, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Let me pick up a random fat chick. I can't do that.
That's typical me.
Yeah. Well, and I think part of that is because I am new to no angst. And so it's kind of a brand new thing where, because I think that's a big thing is like, you're like, well, I've been out all night, spending all this money on booze. I'm not going home alone because there's no wanks waiting for me at home.
Just take a fat chick down.
Yeah, and I've never really done that.
Women don't have to be fat. I mean, they
so
can be ugly.
I've been more about quality than
they
quantity.
They can be butterfaces, you know.
Yeah, well, I think another technique is don't bring your MAGA hat, especially in New York.
Oh yeah, no, you don't bring your MAGA. If you're looking to get laid, don't bring your MAGA hat. That's always a good one.
Yeah.
My secret to success is a pocket full of cocaine.
That's what I hear. Well, unless you were in your MAGA hat in Trump Tower, in which case you're one of the family. You know, that was the best. That was by far the best bar experience I've ever had in my life.
Trump Tower. Trump
Tower, absolutely. It was, you know, you could be there and you could talk about whatever and you could wear your hat. We had a push-up contest. It's me and Jack. It was me and Jack. Yeah, it was me and Jack. We had a push-up contest in the middle of Trump Bar, and I beat him.
You know, by the time I'm still focused on this. By the time I was your age, let's see, 21, I was already touring. I think by the time I was 21, I had slept with at least 40 women. 30, 40 women. Yeah,
but I mean, were they all top quality?
No, not all of them were. The whole game is not to sleep with the top quality woman. It's fuck as much chick as you can and don't get herpes.
I disagree.
Well, look at where that's gotten you.
I know. Better quality. My quality ratio is more at 100%.
I'm still sleeping with quality women. Quality.
I'm saying you have to do like a percentage, right? Average it out. Your batting average for quality, physically, maybe not. You know, what do they call it? Personality wise.
Oh, dude, I just slept with like the dumbest chick I ever slept with like 3 weeks ago, and she's still texting me saying she's late for her period.
Oh, okay.
Wait, was that 3 weeks ago?
I don't know.
he mumbled the name to me off mic, but no, I think that was 2 weeks ago. That person. 3 weeks ago was this other chick.
Cool, because that was
that would have been
awkward. So what else is going on in the news? We have some show notes. The guys who are on the Discord chat can actually see those because I didn't know how to make it private. So if you want to add something to the show notes, because no one's fucking giving us questions. If you want to add something to the show notes, something to talk about,
well,
we can do that.
I did want to just keep this at 45, so we are coming towards the end.
Right. We didn't much talk about the Long Island Proud Boys. Let's knock that out while we can.
All right, so we have our Long Island Proud Boys meeting coming up, but a lot of the stuff about Proud Boys we're gonna keep it secret. There's not really much to talk about. It's a strong group. It's gonna be stronger.
Yeah, we can't give too many details, but I do have a lot of great expectations for this chapter. I want it to be the new sort of the prototype of the Proud Boys coming into a new age.
No, it's gonna be. We have a good group of people out here. We have a lot of business owners, a lot of fun people. I mean, you know, Tat is the fucking man. You met Jesse the other day.
Okay. Yeah, Tat's awesome.
I love Tat. Actually, we can see what Tat's doing after this and see if you want to.
yeah, definitely.
All right. So look, I want to end this with a one-night stand story. So go ahead. Tell me about your last one-night stand.
I don't think I've had any one-night stands.
Never had one.
No, I really don't. No, none. Yeah, it's all been either people I work with or some chick I'm dating at the time, or you know.
Oh man.
And even the people that I work with, it isn't really a one-night stand type thing. I you know, like I said, I'm brand new to the area. It's a little different down there.
All right. So we're getting a question coming in, but I'm gonna tell a one-night stand. Oh, you get the question coming in. You get this?
If you're not getting on Compound Media, wouldn't the new PB Mag be a good host for future eps? Possibly. I don't know much about what's going on with that. I knew there's some drama with
It's not going to be a mag. I'm not allowed to give too much details, but there will be. I am working with the people that are going to be doing this, so we will be giving exclusive content. It'll be some fun stuff. I don't know if it's going to be video content. I don't know if it's going to be audio content, but there will be some good stuff coming out there.
Yeah, I like the audio angle. It's easier to produce. and it can be very interesting. Especially, right now it's just me and Sal. I want to, and I think have some people, some guests come in, hang out on the couch,
I think it
chat.
should be a lot of Proud Boy stuff. I think that they're we'll kick it off, but I mean, yeah, I don't mind handing the flag to someone else, and letting other people sit in and do this.
Yeah, I think that'd be fantastic.
I think when you centralize just the content to one group of people, and you're flying the flag of Proud Boys, it's kind of shitty.
He says, "Better be video. I have ADHD."
I'll do video. I mean, I promise I'll do video.
Yeah.
And also, the ADHD Coke helps.
I'm not really good on camera, but
I'm fine on camera. I don't really care.
I kind of hate it. I get weird. Like you've seen me on camera, I get like weird, shy, don't talk much on camera.
Should I tell the pterodactyl origin story?
If they don't know it already.
I mean, how I invented the pterodactyl.
Hit me.
All right, so I'm living in Bushwick, and this would be a good way to end the show because I have to go soon. So I'm living in Bushwick. And it's the most miserable place in the world to live if you're a conservative. Right, and it's absolutely terrible. I had a few chicks that I'd fucked, but it wasn't there wasn't anything really there. So I go to this bar called the Booby Trap, and I'm there drinking. It's like a Wednesday night, and start talking to this girl. I start buying her drinks. And I end up taking her home. Now at last call. So keep in mind, this is a last call Wednesday night, last call beauty queen. And it's a chick I don't want to see again. And so I bring her home, and I start fucking her. Now in the middle of fucking her, she says to me, "Are you into role playing?" And outside of D&D, I'm not really into role playing. So I was like, all right, no, I'm not really into it. But go ahead, what's your fantasy? So she says to me, all right, I want to be your daughter and you're my dad.
What? No, it's not that crazy. I guess that's pretty common.
Really? That's common? Maybe where you're from in the South. So I'm just confused. I have no idea how to react or how to handle this. So I just go, do you have another fantasy?
Do you have any more?
Do you have another fantasy?
We can scroll through that list a little bit. Anything else?
So she says to me, all right, how about I'm the babysitter and you're the kid I'm babysitting.
How old?
I'm
not doing the whole fucking I'm 6 years old thing.
I didn't ask that much detail because my next thing was, you know what? How about we role play this? You're the chick I was buying drinks for at the bar, and I'm the dude that's gonna fuck you. So I continue to fuck her. I eventually come like 5 seconds later.
Excellent.
Because that's what you do when you're old. And so
it really gets worse as you get older.
No, it does, but no, it wasn't. Actually, this is a few years ago, and it wasn't that bad. So then she says to me, now I'm like laying next to this chick in my bed, and so I'm like, all right, I guess we have to talk now. So now like after all those fantasies, I'm just like, all right, let's figure out what the fuck's up with this chick. So I ask her, and she says to me, no, I asked her. I said, what kind of work do you do for a living? And she says, I'm a social worker.
Oh
my God, right? That's what a social worker does. So I'm like, okay, fuck this. This is fucking crazy. So now, like, all right, I have to make this chick think I'm crazy or weird or whatever. So I start fucking her again. And then, so now I'm like, all right, what can I do to just make this thing think I'm crazy or fucking weird? So as I'm fucking her, right before I come, I start lifting up the bed sheets and flapping them, right? And I start making pterodactyl sounds, right? Just going like, right before I come. So then she asked me, she's like, wait, what was that about? She's like, oh, I can't come a second time unless I pretend I'm a pterodactyl. Just to freak her the fuck out. So you want to know what happens? I wake up in the morning. She's still there.
Wow.
I'm questioning my methods now. Now I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So she's still there. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go take a shower and go get brunch. Because I'm a fag like that. And she's like, okay, I'll take a shower with you. So she gets in the shower with me. and we're showering, and then she notices my bracelet that I have on, which is a Ron Paul Choose Liberty 2012 bracelet.
That's what sent her home.
And no, I wish. The story gets better. She starts crying. She like sits down in the shower and starts crying and freaking the fuck out. She's like, "You're the one that doesn't want me to have a choice." She sounds like she sounds like a pterodactyl in the shower. She's like freaking the fuck out. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I don't really care. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get brunch. She's like, okay, where are we going? I'm like, okay, I guess we're going somewhere. All right, so now I take her to my brunch spot. It's not there anymore. It's in Bushwick Brook. I think it was called Bear Day or something like that. And the whole time during brunch, she's crying and freaking out about me and about my political beliefs.
I don't think Ron Paul is he pro-life?
Oh, he's super pro-life.
Okay, but is that something that he talks about ever?
Only when asked.
Exactly. I think it's something that you have to be asked about. Like, you have to ask me about it.
Right. So
not only do you have to ask me, you have to like prod.
No, but it doesn't matter. For her, it was just a Republican. 2012, he was running on the Republican ticket.
I know.
But we're not talking about logical people here.
I know. Sometimes I forget.
So now, pterodactyl didn't work the first time I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't work. We're at brunch. She's freaking out. She's talking about how you don't understand what it's like to be a woman, and at any time you can be raped. I had no idea that this was a common thing. I grew up on Long Island. I didn't live in the city where there were SJWs. This whole thing was new to me that people actually thought like this. So I end up, so now after brunch, I'm like, okay, cool, have a great time. I'll hit you up later.
With your Ron Paul hand.
So she's just like, oh, I left a bunch of stuff at your house. So now we're going back to my house.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay. And she gets back to my house, and she gets back into my bed. And now it's getting really weird. And I'm like, okay, I have to go to work. She's like, okay, do you mind if I just rest for a little bit?
No.
I'm not a dick. So I'm like, okay, fine, yeah, go ahead. Just make sure you lock up when you leave.
Oh, did she redistribute your wealth?
No. So I go to work, and about 2 hours into work, she says to me, hey, I can't figure out how to work your TV. And I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? And she's like, oh, yeah, no, your bed's way too comfortable. I didn't want to leave.
What?
Yeah. So,
well, but if you get pregnant, then you have to keep it, right?
So my head's now, okay, you know what? I'm at work. If I go home, at least I have some easy pussy in my bed.
I guess.
Right. So that's my like what I'm thinking, right?
Right.
That's the methodology I guess I'm going with. But I had a concert to go to that night. So I have this coworker who her and I have this little thing where we we just we go out together and we try to get each other laid, and if we can't get each other laid, we go home and fuck. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Come to the concert, come meet us there. She doesn't show up, right? The crazy chick in my bed. So now I'm on my way home, and this chick who I love to fuck ends up hitting me up, and so now I have to make up a lie to get this girl out of my bed. It's like 11 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, we're at the Grand Marquis in I don't know, the Crown Vic in Williamsburg. Come meet up with us there. I have tons of drugs. It's gonna be a great party. So she's like, all right, great. I'm getting into a cab now. She fucking gets out of my bed. I'm like, all right, cool. Call me when you're in the cab. She calls me. She's like, I'm in the cab. I say, okay, great, babe. I'll see you soon. Turn off my phone, and that's it. That's the last I ever saw her. So pterodactyl didn't work the first time.
Well, see, that's surprising because I had never heard the full story, and I figured, okay, it has to be a technique that works. First story you tell, is it not working?
It didn't work.
Did you try it out other times?
It's worked out other times.
Okay.
Beautifully. Good. First time didn't work.
So if you're about to get off, I do want to bring the guy on to kind of close it out. I think he'll be sort of a pop out in and out type of dude, a little more middle of the road. So send him the link. and we can finish it out that way. Now, I consistently, the entire show, have been getting messages about review the B movie, okay? And I don't know what the joke is there. I agree. I'll go over that in a second, Bumblebee. But I don't know what's the reference here.
Yes. Actually, by the way, he is an OBGYN, Ron Paul. All right.
Yeah, he literally grabs pussy.
He grabs people by the pussy.
So I'm gonna try to get this guy on here. So what? Can somebody else review the fucking B movie? Because we've never seen it.
You know what?
Right?
I'm gonna watch the fucking B movie tonight now.
You have to watch it tonight. I guess I'll watch. I think I have seen like a good bit of it. I remember. I just didn't pay attention. Like I saw it, but I didn't like see it. You know.
All right. You know what? Next episode is gonna be a complete review of the B movie.
I gotta know the reference here.
I don't need a reference. I'll just fucking watch the B movie.
And then review. Are you talking about? Get Out? Gavin already did that. I feel like that's kind of done. The Get Out movie. What is this? The movie that you're referring to?
What's nigger movie? Please explain nigger movie.
Thank you.
What? You can't say nigger?
No, I can.
Nigger, fake, faggot, cunt.
Thank you, Sal. Hopefully we can get the other guy in here. But no, from what I saw from B movie, a lot of they're just making shit up. give me some goddamn questions to close this out so it doesn't get boring.
I already asked questions. I already said I'm gonna fucking end this now.
Oh, but no, somebody actually suggested we do a live stream of a Proud Boys meetup. Problem with that, we would probably have to live stream the Long Island meetup because the one in Manhattan is a little loud usually. It's kind of hard to get some quality audio.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pull up the fucking YouTube link that they keep suggesting.
What the fuck? You're talking to humans. You're flying outside the eye.
What the fuck?
Hello. This sounds like a super professional live stream.
This might be my last episode.
Hello.
We gotta send another link.
Okay, so B movie where everything is replaced as nigger. Okay, all right. I guess. Wait, am I supposed to review the link or am I supposed to review the movie?
Are they the same thing?
I don't know. The link and the movie are not the same thing. All right, I want to end this 10 minutes ago. All right. Yeah, all right. Thank you for sending that in. What's this other thing that he's asking me to play?
I would say that for next episode.
All right. So Lewis Pooh figure. That'll be next episode. All right, guys. I'm gonna go. Have a good night. All right.
I'm also gonna go because the other guy that I wanted to come in is not doing it.
Oh man.
Later. Proud of your boy, Uhuru.
All
right, all the greetings.
Right. Uhuru, proud of your boy. Thanks for tuning into the first episodes.
Oh yeah, that is what we're calling it.
Right. The name of the show. By the way, just so you need to, the name of this show is Swwuuh. You know, just like
and you have to say it like that. So we'll catch you next time. Hopefully you're on the same time next week. We'll hope it might be on the same channel. We might move it. We'll see. So talk to you guys later. And yeah, later, Maxwell. Bye.